Okay, well, good morning, my ladies and my gents. We'll do a little short What Did You Buy Wednesday, and it's hosted by Joe over at Big Sky Model Workshop, and he tells his idea a whole lot better than I do, so be sure and go check out some of his, and he describes what it is. Basically, it's stash ads. Stash ads are hints if you have anything that might help save us money, or a deal that you got, or something that you got that most people wouldn't even think about using for doing our models. And so, anyway, what I got, first of all, I got a deal from Iceman. I'll have some fun with those here in a minute because that requires a little bit of an explanation. But I got some stuff here from Iceman. I don't really care that much for ordering from him, but he does have some really neat parts. And one of them is, let's get it to zoom in so you can see these, a CB radio kit. It's got two CBs, two microphones, two different size external speakers, and mounts for the antenna. And in looking at it, just kind of looking at it, it looks a little on the order of a Cobra 29, which is a very popular CB radio. It might be a Galaxy, I'm not sure, but that's kind of what it looks like, and that's kind of what I'm going to do my painting on when I do eventually use it. So, of course, like I used on the Jimmy, we got the hood scoop, and I may or may not wind up using this on this kit. I don't know. Kind of see what happens. Other stuff. Let's see. That's one of them. Let me just dump these out so I can get to them easier. Back in the 60s, they had air conditioner units that you mounted under the dash. And I can remember my grandma had a mid-late 60s Galaxy, Ford Galaxy 500. And they had one of these, because I can remember the little vents. I was 5, 6 years old, 7 years old. Excuse me. And for the air conditioner. And my little brother and I would always fight to see who got in the front, but we were small enough, and the Galaxy had a bench seat. We both sat up front under the air conditioner because we'd go visit grandma in the summertime in southeast New Mexico, and hot and a bit humid. And we'd go over to Furs to go grocery shopping and that type of thing. And they had another style with the more square vents. And so I picked up a couple of them. Got a set of these. They are, of course, intakes. These two have flappers. This one and this one are the same thing, and they're set up for dual carb, and there's a bit of adjustment that you can use there. These aren't quite long enough for the DRCE engine. I keep wanting to call it a DCRE. Anyway, this really won't quite work because the carburetors fit a little bit on either end, and you have to do a bit of carving somewhere. But still, that's going to be fun on some motor that you want the scoop sticking out the top. Let's see, where's the other one? Couple of 8-track, under-dash 8-track player. One without an 8-track and one with it. And I remember one guy describing an 8-track player is for your car. Is basically you take something the size of a Bible and stuff it down the throat of your radio. So, but for those of us that remember the 8-tracks, here's an add-on when all you had was an AM radio and you had some 8-tracks, and you can put this under your dash. I got a set of mirrors. I got one of them that's come loose, but oh, that broke. I didn't realize that. But have to kind of look around it for that. But anyway, it's something that you can put on and angle around. But then I got, for this build, I got this fuel cell. Josh does make some, but they're just not the right size for what I need. And this one will fit real perfect with a little bit of trimming here and a little bit of trimming here. So that's what I got from Iceman. Like I said, I'm going to do some looking to see if I can find the little doobie thingy there that broke off. Then over here from Josh, I got to looking, and Joe brought this up about braided line. Let me zoom that back out. It calls for the maximum outer diameter of the various lines in millimeters. Well, Josh has a whole bunch of really neat Protec parts, but they're in inches, not millimeters. Well, what to do? So on the iPhone, I don't know about others, and I know they've got them online too, but iPhone has got a real nice app where you can just basically punch in one reading and it'll give you a reading for various scales. But anyway, so I punched in 0.48 millimeter. Well, what does that come out to? 0.019. That's the maximum. And so I looked, and they've got 0.018, which means it will fit in these. And I've got the variety, of course, I've got the various things here. And the lines for the Protec braided cable is slightly smaller than what it calls for these. So it'll all work out. And of course, I wrote on the top what each size is, so I know what I'm looking at. But so I got, well, come here, various sizes. That one, bottom one, that's the 0.060. It's about a 1.5 millimeter. And so, or yeah, that's about a 1.5 millimeter. So, but anyway, I got the various sizes. And I was checking prices for what Josh is asking for. I think they're $5.75 each. And I thought HobbyLink sold Protec. I went online, I looked. No, they don't. Model Roundup does. And so, okay, let's look at the prices. They want $6.99 for this very same thing. Josh is asking $5.75. So you're getting a break. And then if you use my promo code Jester10, you get 10% off of that, and that'll save you another, 57 cents. So you're paying about less than $5.18 for it. Where if you go to someplace like Model Roundup, you're going to pay $7. So that's a deal. Then I was going to do my, I'm going to use that Lenco I showed you yesterday. Where did I put it? Anyway, that Lenco, I was thinking, well, I need a scatter shield because Joe, Big Sky, had mentioned, using a scatter shield for it. So I ordered me a scatter shield. And then the other night when I was looking up, I discovered, oh, my Lenco has a scatter shield. So I really didn't need to order it for this build. Might use it on another one, kind of see what happens. But anyway, that's my What Did You Buy Wednesday. And I'm going to sign out because I want to get back to work on this Pro Street effing everything build that I'm doing. It's supposed to be Pro Stock, but I'm doing it more Pro Street. So anyway, I'll update y'all on that later on when I start getting somewhere with it. B-Tex signing out.